Hey, what's up, troops? A couple of you have been asking about my nerve damage. I had a surgery years ago. My C3, C4, C5, C6, which are your cervical spine vertebrae. In between those numbers, or the letter numbers, is where I had to get pressure taken off my nerves because they were getting severely pinched. I lost a lot of muscle all along this right side. It affected. So I want to show you a couple of things, kind of, and take in mind I've been regenerating and working out and trying to get the nerves back. But when there's no protein plasma, what it's called, that gets to your muscle, there's no connection from your brain to your muscle. You're basically not able to move that body part or connect to it, which is crazy, actually. And it was very disheartening. But the biggest thing was just kind of focusing on making myself better any way I could. Kind of open my eyes to true fitness, which is not, in my mind, for years, was about a look, was about getting as big and as strong, as powerful as I could, and to try to help people become that. But it wasn't about the look. You know, the byproduct was what happens to you afterwards, what you learn from, what you become, what you can overcome, what you can get through, what you get better at. And that's what this injury really taught me. And I'm happy to be here still to be able to teach it to you guys. You know, my company, Iron Camp Fitness, is 10 years old now. And for the next 10 years, I want to be talking about nerves and mental health and how this all affects our muscles and our bodies and stress levels and all these different things, right? So take a look here. This is my good arm, right? So you can see kind of my brachioradialis, my long head of my bicep, my lateral head, you know, even my long head, pretty developed. Now, mind you, I've lost a lot of size in both like in my whole body because of this damage. Look at my forearm, right? See my anconeus right here, my brachioradialis, how it comes down. You kind of see the muscle there, right? So I want to show you the other side now. So this is just the arm. There's a lot going on in the chest and everything, but okay, so here's my arm. So right away, I can't really get the same kind of flex in the bicep. Now, my right side, my lateral head disappeared. I'm slowly starting to get it back, but you kind of tell it's gone. And my long head shrank. Okay, so my long head shrank, my lateral head, my rear delt, my lat I couldn't flex, so I lost a lot of my lat. Even my chest. If you look at my chest, it's kind of caved in here, and that was a lot worse before. On this side, you could tell it's a lot more pronounced. You can see my pec right there, right? And on this side, it's very much kind of caved in. So, and look at the forearm. Like, look at the difference in my forearm, right? Like, look how sunken in that is there. My anconeus, and I lost all that brachioradialis coming down. So there's a lot of weakness in my wrist and my forearm. Mind you, I've been working on this for a while, getting it back, but it's all a learning curve, right, guys? So here's what nerve damage looks like. My chest, if I could kind of show you, it's hard to kind of tell, but it's there's a big caved in point there. My traps, even a lot of people looking at me sometimes will say, like, I used to carry this arm up higher, and that's a big sign of injury or something's going on. Biggest thing is, guys, focus on your lifts, be smart, don't go ego lifting, don't be stupid, okay? A lot of this was to do with me being young, trying to get big, not looking at my body type and saying, how can I make the best me? How can I make the best me out of this body type, the most amazing me? And, you know, and over these years, I just beat myself up thinking about that. You know, it's a regretful time in my past. I got bullied a lot for being small and skinny, and I just wanted to be big. And back there, you know, strength and conditioning and the science behind it was kind of still new. And it was brought in by bodybuilders. Actually, the first school that started, the first university that started strength conditioning was, I think, Nebraska University football. And, you know, they just, you know, what do people do when they go to the gym? When they want to get bigger, they'll go to the biggest guys. You know, what do you got? What do you take? You know, you got to tell me, what are the secrets? But same thing back then. They went to Venice Beach. They found the bodybuilders. Okay, we're going to get you to train our athletes. Lots has changed since then, but still, it's still a very much Olympic lifting, weightlifting, bodybuilding, power building mindset. And a lot of bodies are getting broken down. you know, a lot of injuries being happening on the field and on the ice and wherever. And that shouldn't be happening, not as much as it is, you know. So I guess one thing I want to do in the next 10 years is really get out to the have them understand intensity is much different than weight or ego or loading. It's a mindset. It's an effort that you got to put in. It's not about how much you could lift. It's how well you could lift the best weight, how well you could lift the best weight. I'm not sacrificing form anymore. I'm not sacrificing anything for weight, right? It's going to be about you against you. And that's what I want you guys to focus on. So remember, nerve damage. What does that look like? Right? I don't want that to happen to you guys, okay? Live smart, be smart, strive without cease, and stop procrastinating. Get your ass in gear. See you later.